Today we're going to make a rocket. But before we do that, I'd like to talk about making some different kind of lines. So let's do this on the back of our piece of paper. One line that I can think about is a straight line. That's one line. But then there's also a line called curved line. It might look like this. Now we can take either of these lines and we can put them together in different ways. So if I want to keep with this curved line, I can make shorter curves and it ends up looking kind of like a wave. Maybe I want to take this straight line and I'll make smaller straight lines. When I do that, I'll come up and then turn, go back down, up, down, up, down. That's what we call a zigzag line. I can curve my line quite a bit more and make what we call a loop-de line. Maybe I make another straight line, but this time I make short little straight lines. This we call a broken line. Can you make any more lines than what I thought of? Now that we have our lines, I want to flip this over and we're going to make our rocket. First thing I'm going to do is use a pencil to make my rocket. Now I want my rocket to go from the bottom of my page all the way up to the top. I'm going to think about different shapes that make my rocket. So maybe I'd get started with a nice tall rectangle. Notice I'm using my pencil right now, but later I'll be tracing over all of this with my marker. So I have a tall rectangle, but it doesn't go all the way up to the top. As I mentioned, we want this to go all the way to the top. So here I go. Maybe at the top I'm going to do a triangle shape. And I want to make some blasters down at the bottom. So I'm going to do that by adding a couple of rectangles or squares. Now I'm not going to worry about the flames coming out because we'll do those later. So right now we're just thinking about the rocket. I want to add some fins on the side, so I'm going to add triangles on the side of my rocket as well. And within I might have, I don't know, maybe a window, and this window is going to be circle on mine. And maybe down here there's a door too. I'll do a curved door. There's my rocket. Now I'm not even close to done because I need to use all those lines. Remember those lines we made? I'm going to decorate this with lines. So I think at the top I'll add some zigzag lines. And maybe along here I'll add some wavy lines coming down. There we go. Maybe down here I'll add some curved lines. And when I've filled every space up with lines and my rocket is done, I'm going to take my Sharpie marker now and trace over everything that I've already done. So I'm going to take my marker and draw over my lines. This is called outlining. I'm outlining my rocket. Once you're done outlining your entire rocket, we're going to color it up, and we'll use crayons for that. Now I want to talk about coloring a little bit. When you're coloring, you don't want to just color like this. Oh man, that looks messy, doesn't it? We want to slow ourselves down and try to use the lines that we created. We also want to make sure that when we're all the way done, there is absolutely no white spots left. So go ahead and color your very best. Make sure that there's no white spots. Make sure you're using a lot of different colors. So I'm going to switch my colors here in the next spot. I don't want to color this all one color. I'm going to use many different colors. And do your very best trying to stay inside your lines that you created. As you can see, I colored my very best. I tried to fill in all of my white spots. I didn't have to worry about the outside because we'll be cutting this out next time. But I do need to flip this over and write my name, Miss Han, but you'll write your name, not mine. And then your teacher code. So put a big circle, and we know that we're in 2nd grade, so 2, and it depends on what teacher you have as far as your teacher code goes. This is the last step that you'll do today.